Hi, Cancer. Welcome back to Moonveil Tarot. And if you're new here, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by. Okay, I need you to really hear what I am about to say because I do not say things like this lightly. I have been doing this for a very long time. And I have seen a lot of readings. I have sat with a lot of energy. I have delivered a lot of messages. And every now and then, something comes through that just stops you completely. Like you have to put everything down and just sit with what you are feeling because it is so big, so specific, so undeniably divine that you almost do not know what to do with it. And that is what happened when I shuffled for this reading. I sat down, I set my intention, I started to shuffle, and something happened that I was not prepared for. Like the energy that came through was not gradual, it was not subtle, it was immediate and enormous. And the only word that kept coming to me over and over was chosen. This person is chosen. This person is being moved for. Not by luck, not by coincidence, not by things just randomly falling into place, but by the deliberate, intentional, unmistakable hand of the divine moving specifically for this one person and loves that person is you. I know. Some of you are already thinking, okay, but everyone says that in these readings. That is just something tarot readers say. And I want to be very clear. I do not say it unless I mean it. And today, I mean it more than I have ever meant it in my life. Because what came through in these cards is not general. It is not vague. It is not something that could apply to just anyone. It is specific, it is detailed, and it has your name on it in a way that I have genuinely, in all the years I have been doing this, never quite seen before. So I need you to stay with me today all the way through because the message builds and the later parts of this reading are going to be the parts that change things for you, the parts that give you language for something you have been feeling but could not quite name, the parts that make you go, oh, that is what has been happening. That is why. That is what it all means. So take a deep breath with me. Really settle in. Maybe close your eyes for just a moment and just feel into where you are right now in your life. All the things you have been carrying, all the things you have been hoping for, all the things you have been quietly praying about. Just bring all of that to the surface for a second and then open your eyes because the universe has something to say about all of it. Okay, let me start by pulling the very first card, and loves. I am going to be honest with you. I almost did not want to pull this first card because I already had a feeling about what was going to come out and I did not want to get ahead of myself. But here we go. Let's see. The star. Yeah, okay. The star as the very first card. Of course it is. Of course. So, the star, let me really take my time with this card because I think it deserves more than a quick interpretation. I think it deserves to be fully felt. The star is one of the most sacred cards in the entire tarot deck, and I say sacred very intentionally because this card is not just about hope. It is not just about things getting better. It is about divine favor. It is about the universe pouring itself directly into your life. Like, look at the imagery. There is a figure kneeling by the water, and she has two jugs, and she is pouring constantly one into the water and one onto the land. And above her, there is this enormous star surrounded by 7 smaller stars. And the whole scene has this quality of abundance being poured out endlessly, generously, without hesitation, without condition, just poured. And that is what is happening in your life right now. The divine is pouring into you, into your situation, into the areas of your life that have felt dry, that have felt barren, that have felt like no matter what you planted, nothing was growing. And the star is saying, the drought is over, the pouring has begun. And it is not a trickle, it is not a little bit here and there, it is abundance poured freely from a source that does not run out. And I also want to talk about something specific about the star because I think it is so relevant for you right now. The star comes after the tower in the tarot, right? Like in the sequence of the major arcana. The tower is card 16 and the star is card 17. And what that means is that the star, by definition, comes after the collapse, after the falling apart, after the lightning bolt, after the moment where everything you thought was solid turned out not to be. And I feel like for so many of you watching this, you know exactly what your tower moment was. You lived it. Maybe you are still living the aftermath of it. And the star showing up first in your reading today is the universe saying, you made it through the tower. And what comes next is the star. What comes next is divine renewal. What comes next is the beginning of the most beautiful chapter you have ever lived. Okay, let me pull the next card because I want to understand more about what the divine is specifically doing for you. Like, what is the nature of this movement? What is actually being set up behind the scenes in your favor? The Wheel of Fortune. And right next to it, the sun. Okay. I mean, the Wheel of Fortune and the sun together right next to the star. Okay, let me just take a second because this is a lot. So the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, where do I even start with this card? The Wheel of Fortune is destiny, divine timing, the universe orchestrating things in a way that human effort alone could never achieve. This is the card that says the wheel is turning, and it is turning in your favor, not because of luck, not because of who you know, not because of anything external, but because the divine has looked at everything you have been through, everything you have carried, everything you have done with what you were given, and has decided it is your turn. It is your turn. And when the universe decides it is your turn, nothing can stop it. Nothing can delay it. Nothing can intercept it because the Wheel of Fortune is not operated by human hands. And I want to be really specific about something here because the Wheel of Fortune in combination with the star is telling me that what is coming for you is not something you could have manufactured yourself. Like you could not have planned this. You could not have strategized your way into this. You could not have hustled hard enough or networked the right people or positioned yourself correctly to make what is coming happen. This is beyond that. This is the universe opening doors that you did not even know existed, creating pathways that were not there before, placing people in your path who are going to change everything, and doing it all on a timeline that only the divine has access to. And then the sun. Oh, the sun. I feel like I say this every time the sun comes up, but every time it comes up, I mean it. The sun is the happiest card in the entire tarot deck. Like, full stop. There is no card more joyful than this one. This is the card of things being illuminated, of clarity arriving, of the fog lifting, of waking up one morning and realizing, oh, I feel like myself again. I actually feel like myself. And what the sun is showing me is that there is a joy coming for you that is not manufactured, not performed, not the kind of happiness you have to maintain, but the deep, settled, this is my life and I love it kind of joy that you have maybe not felt in a very long time. And it is coming. It is genuinely coming. Okay, now let me pull some cards for the specific areas of your life that the divine is moving in, because I want to be as specific as possible. I want you to really be able to see what is being set up for you. The Ace of Pentacles, and right next to it, the Ace of Cups, and right next to that, the Ace of Wands. Okay, wait. Okay, so I have three aces here, three aces, and I need you to understand how significant that is, because pulling three aces in one reading it is extraordinary, like genuinely extraordinary. Aces are the beginning cards, right? The card of absolute fresh starts, of brand new energy entering every area of your life. And having three of them show up together is the universe saying new beginning, new beginning, new beginning across multiple dimensions of your existence at the same time. So let me walk through each of these, because each one is significant on its own, and together they are a lot. The Ace of Pentacles first, which is the card of a brand new beginning in the material world, in the physical world, in your finances, your career, your home, your practical day-to-day circumstances. And what this card is saying is that something new is entering this area of your life, something tangible, something real, something you can hold in your hands. It could be a new job offer, a financial opportunity, a new living situation, a business idea that is finally ready to take form, but something material, something that improves your physical circumstances is coming through, and it is being offered. Look at the card. There is a hand coming down from the sky holding a golden coin. It is being given. It is a gift from a divine source, and all you have to do is be in a position to receive it. And then the Ace of Cups, which is a brand new emotional beginning, a fresh cup, overflowing, full of love, full of feeling, full of genuine heartfelt connection. And what this is telling me is that something new is entering your emotional world, your heart world, your love world. And this does not have to be romantic, although for many of you it might be. This is about your heart opening to something that feels clean and fresh and safe in a way that maybe it has not felt for a while. It is about love, real love, the kind that fills the cup, the kind that does not drain you, the kind that makes you feel nourished and seen and valued, coming into your life in a very new, very real way. And then the Ace of Wands, which is a brand new beginning in your passion, your creativity, your fire, your sense of purpose. And what this is telling me is that something is igniting in you, a new drive, a new direction, a new thing that makes you feel alive, that makes you want to get up in the morning, that makes you think, yes, this is what I am here to do. And it might be something you have been working toward for a long time, or it might be something completely new, something you had not even considered yet. But when it sparks, you are going to feel it in your whole body, like this is it. This is mine. So 3 aces, which means financially, emotionally, and in your passion and purpose, the universe is pressing the reset button at the same time for you, specifically for you. Okay, let me pull a card now for what you have been through, because I feel like before we go further, we need to honor that. We need to acknowledge what it took to get you here. The 10 of Wands, the 5 of Cups, and the 8 of Swords. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, these 3 cards together for what you have been through. I see you. I really see you. The 10 of Wands, which is the card of someone carrying an enormous weight, like a bundle of wands so heavy that the person is hunched over and they cannot even see where they are going because the load is so heavy, and they are just putting one foot in front of the other, trying to keep going. And this is showing me that you have been carrying things for a very long time, maybe things that were not even fully yours to carry, other people's expectations, other people's problems, the weight of a situation that you have been holding together with very little help and very little acknowledgement, and you have kept going even when it felt impossible, even when you were exhausted, even when no one was watching. You kept showing up, you kept carrying it, you kept going. And then the Five of Cups, which is the grief card, the disappointment card, the card of standing over spilled cups and mourning what was lost. And I feel like there has been some real grief in your journey, some real loss, things you hoped for that did not happen, people you believed in who let you down, versions of your life that you had to let go of. And that grief is real and it is valid, and you did not just bounce back from it. You sat with it, you processed it, you let yourself feel it, even when feeling it was really hard. And then the Eight of Swords, which shows a figure blindfolded and bound, surrounded by swords. And this card, for what you have been through, is showing me that there have been periods where you felt completely stuck, completely trapped, where you could not see a way forward, where the limitations around you felt suffocating. And what I want to say about the Eight of Swords, because this is really important, is that the bindings in this card are loose. The swords are not actually blocking the exit, but the person cannot see that because of the blindfold. And I feel like part of what the divine is doing for you right now is removing the blindfold. Like, the circumstances have not fully changed yet, but your ability to see them is changing. And when you see clearly, you are going to realize that you were never as stuck as you thought. You were never as limited as it felt. And you are about to walk out of that field of swords into something completely open. Okay, let me pull a card for what specifically God is doing. Like, what is the divine actually orchestrating right now? What are the specific moves being made on your behalf? Judgment, the world, and the Hierophant. Okay, wow. Okay, judgment, the world, and the Hierophant together for what the divine is orchestrating. This is extraordinary. Let me really sit with this. Judgment first. And I want to talk about this card for a little while because it deserves real time. The Judgment card shows an angel blowing a trumpet and people rising up out of coffins with their arms reaching toward the sky. And this is a card of resurrection, of awakening, of a calling that you cannot ignore anymore. And what the divine is doing through this card is calling you up, like that angel's trumpet is sounding for you specifically. And what it is calling you toward is the fullest, highest, most realized version of yourself that has been waiting inside you, maybe for your whole life. And you are rising, you are being called up and out of the version of yourself that survived into the version of yourself that thrives. And judgment is also about truth coming out, about things being revealed, about people who had the wrong idea about you suddenly seeing clearly about your name, your character, your worth, being recognized by people who maybe overlooked you before or underestimated you before or were confused about you before. The trumpet is sounding and the truth of who you are is being announced to everyone who needs to hear it. And then the World card. Oh, the World card, the final card of the major arcana, the card of complete and total fulfillment, of arriving, of having walked the entire journey, and finally stepping into the version of your life that all of it was building toward. And what I love about this card is the figure in the center. She is completely free. She is dancing. She is in motion. She is surrounded by this laurel wreath, which represents victory, earned victory, not given, earned. And she is holding two wands, and there are four creatures in the corners, representing all four elements, all four directions, everything in harmony, everything aligned. And that is your life. That is what is coming. Everything in alignment, all at the same time. Financial, emotional, spiritual, relational, all of it coming into this beautiful, harmonious world card kind of wholeness. And then the Hierophant, which might feel like an unexpected card here, but when I sit with it, it makes perfect sense because the Hierophant is about divine structure, about sacred institution, about something being blessed from a higher power, like formally, officially, the divine is putting its signature on what is coming for you. It is not just happening randomly. It is sanctioned. It is blessed. It is backed by something so much larger than circumstance. Okay. Let me pull some tea leaf cards now because I want to get really specific, really concrete about what is coming. The first tea leaf card is Crown. The crown. Yes, of course, the crown. And this is yours, loves. This crown is yours. It represents elevation, recognition, being seen and honored for who you actually are, not the version of you that other people projected, not the version of you that was defined by your hard seasons, but the true version, the full version, the crown version of you that is who is being recognized right now, that is who the divine is elevating. The next tea leaf card is Angel. Oh, the Angel card in the tea leaves. This is one of those cards that just gives me chills every time because the angel in tea leaf readings represents divine protection, divine guidance, the presence of something holy actively working in your life. And I just want to say you are not doing this alone, okay? You have never been doing this alone, even in the loneliest moments, even in the darkest nights, even when you felt completely unseen and unhelped. There has been an angelic presence with you, beside you, working on your behalf, moving things you could not see, protecting things you did not know needed protecting. And right now, that presence is more active than it has ever been. The next tea leaf card is door opening. Oh, a door opening. Yes. And not just any door. Like when I look at this card, I get the sense of a big door, like a main entrance kind of door, not a side door, not a small opportunity, but a full, wide open, this changes everything kind of door. And it is opening for you right now. And it might not look like what you expected. It might come from a direction you were not watching, but when it opens, you are going to know immediately that this is it. This is what you have been waiting for. The next tea leaf card is River. The river, which represents flow, movement, things moving freely, without obstruction, without resistance, just naturally, easily, in the right direction. And what this card is saying is that the energy of your life right now is becoming more like a river and less like a dam. Like things that were blocked are starting to move. Things that were stuck are starting to flow, and you are going to start noticing it in small ways at first, and then in bigger ways. This feeling of, oh, things are just working, things are just moving, Things are just coming together without me having to force anything. And that feeling is going to become your new normal. The next tea leaf card is Lightning Bolt. The lightning bolt. Okay, so in most contexts, lightning can feel a little scary, but in this reading, surrounded by all of this divine energy, the lightning bolt is not destruction. It is sudden illumination, like a flash of insight, a breakthrough, a moment where something becomes so clear so suddenly that everything changes in an instant. And what this is telling me is that there is a moment coming, a very specific moment, where something is going to click, where you are going to understand something about your life, about your path, about who you are and why you are here, that you did not understand before. And it is going to come quickly like a lightning bolt. And after that moment, you will never see things the same way again. And the last tea leaf card is Sunrise. Sunrise. Oh, of course. Sunrise. To close the tea leaves, the sunrise, which is the most perfect symbol of everything we have been talking about today. The night ending, the darkness giving way to light, not gradually, not slightly, but fully, completely, the whole sky transforming from dark to the most spectacular display of color and light and warmth that you have ever seen. And this is your life. This is the season you are entering, the sunrise season, that everything is new and everything is light and everything is beginning season. Okay, now let me lay out a full tarot spread to look at the specific areas of your life that this divine movement is touching, because I want you to really see how comprehensive this is, how nothing has been forgotten, how every area is being addressed. I am going to pull 5 cards, one for love, one for money and abundance, one for your purpose and career, one for your healing and well-being, and one for your spiritual connection and your overall destiny. Let me pull these now. The 2 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, the 6 of Wands, the Star again, and the World. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay. I mean, honestly, I have been doing this for so long, and this spread, this specific combination of cards is one of the most beautiful things I have ever seen. Like, genuinely, let me walk through these because every single one deserves real attention. The 2 of Cups for love, which is the soul connection card, the card of 2 people meeting each other as equals in genuine mutual recognition. And this is the love that is coming for you, or the love that is deepening for some of you. This is not a situationship. This is not a maybe. This is not someone who makes you question your worth. This is a real mutual soul level connection where someone looks at you and just knows, and you look at them and you know too, and there is nothing to figure out, nothing to decipher, no mixed signals, just 2 people fully choosing each other, and the 2 of Cups showing up in the love position with all of this divine energy surrounding it means this love is being divinely ordained, it is being divinely protected, and it is coming. And then the 10 of Pentacles for money and abundance. The 10 of Pentacles is generational wealth energy, legacy energy, the card of building something that not only sustains you, but sustains the people who come after you. It is the card of looking around at your life and seeing real, tangible, beautiful abundance in every direction. And what this card in this position is saying is that the financial chapter that is coming is not just improvement, it is transformation. Like the difference between comfortable and settled, between getting by and truly thriving, between having enough and having more than enough and being able to be generous with it. That is the 10 of Pentacles, and it is yours. And then the 6 of Wands for your purpose and career. The 6 of Wands is the victory card, the recognition card, the card of someone riding into their own triumph while people around them celebrate and acknowledge what they have built. And what this card is telling me is that in your career, in your purpose, in the thing you are meant to do in this world, you are heading into a season of being seen, of being celebrated, of your gifts and your work being recognized by people who have the power to amplify what you are doing. And for some of you, this is going to come faster than you expect, and it is going to feel surreal at first, like, wait, is this really happening? Is this really for me? And the answer is yes, it is really for you. It has always been for you. It just had to wait until you were ready, and you are ready. And then the star again for your healing and well-being. The star showing up twice in one reading is the universe literally doubling down. Like, I want to make sure you heard me the first time. You are being healed completely, not just a little bit better, not just managing, but fully restored, like a deep cellular level healing of the body, the mind, the spirit, all at once. And the well-being that is coming for you is the kind that radiates. Like, people are going to notice that you seem different, that you seem lighter, that something has shifted, and they will not be able to fully explain it. But you will know exactly what it is. And then the world for your spiritual connection and overall destiny, the world card, again, closing the spread. And what this is saying at the deepest level is that your soul came here with a very specific mission, a very specific purpose, a very specific contribution that only you, with your exact combination of gifts and experiences and wounds and wisdom, can make. And the world card is saying you are arriving at the moment where that purpose becomes clear and becomes possible and becomes real. And it is going to feel like coming home to a home you have never been to, but somehow always knew existed. Okay, final messages from your guides. And I pulled 6 cards because there is so much they want to say. Everything you have been through was preparation, not punishment. Everything you have been through was preparation, not punishment. And I need you to really let that land, because I think one of the deepest wounds that some of you have been carrying is this feeling of, why me? Why did I have to go through that? What did I do to deserve that? And your guides are saying, you did not deserve that, okay? Let me be very clear. You did not deserve the hard things, but the hard things, they did something in you. They built something in you. They created a depth of character, a quality of compassion, a level of resilience that is now part of what makes you extraordinary. And the divine does not waste pain. It transforms it. And what your pain has been transformed into is the very thing that is going to make your testimony, your calling, your contribution irresistible. The next final card is stop apologizing for taking up space. Stop apologizing for taking up space. And I say this with so much love, because I feel like one of the things that has been holding some of you back is this tendency to make yourself smaller, to qualify your dreams, to say, well, I want this, but I am not sure if I am ready. Or I want this, but who am I to have that? Or I want this, but maybe I should wait until I am more polished, more prepared, more deserving. And your guides are saying, stop. You are enough right now, today, as you are sitting watching this reading. You are enough to receive everything that is coming. You do not have to earn it any more than you already have. The earning is done. Now it is time to receive. The next final card is the people who doubted you are about to witness your elevation. Okay, yes. The people who doubted you are about to witness your elevation. And I say this not from a place of revenge energy, but from a place of divine vindication, because there is something sacred about the moment when the people who counted you out get to see what you were always capable of. And it is not about rubbing it in. It is not about making them feel bad. It is just the natural result of the truth being revealed, of who you really are, finally being undeniable. And your guides are saying that moment is coming, and you are going to carry yourself through it with so much grace that the elevation will speak entirely for itself. The next final card is your prayers have been heard, every single one. Oh, your prayers have been heard, every single one. And I need to sit with that for a moment, because I think some of you have been praying for a very long time and it has felt like silence. It has felt like you are speaking into a void, like maybe no one is listening. Maybe no one cares. Maybe your specific situation is too small or too complicated or too far gone for divine intervention. And your guides are saying no. Every prayer, every whispered please, every 3 a.m. conversation with the ceiling, every drive where you were crying and asking for help, every moment where you looked up and said, I do not know what to do, please show me, every single one was heard, cataloged, held, and is being answered right now in this very season you are living in. The answer to years of prayer is arriving. The next final card is do not shrink back. Now you are so close. Do not shrink back now. You are so close. And I feel like this message is specifically for those of you who can feel something building, who can sense something coming, but are getting nervous. Like the bigger the blessing feels, the more the fear tends to kick in. And sometimes right before a breakthrough, everything gets louder, the doubt gets louder, the fear gets louder, the old stories get louder, and it can feel like that means something is wrong. But your guides are saying that is actually a sign that you are close. The resistance always intensifies right before the breakthrough. So if things feel intense right now, if you are feeling more uncertain than usual, if the doubt is louder than it has been, please do not mistake that for a sign to stop. It is a sign that you are right on the edge of everything changing. And the very last card, this is your moment. Receive it. This is your moment. Receive it. Oh, loves. This is your moment. And I want you to hear that, not as a motivational phrase, not as something a tarot reader says to make you feel good, but as a genuine, divinely confirmed, spiritually backed, this is actually your moment statement, because everything we have looked at today, every card, every tea leaf, every message is pointing to the same thing, a convergence, a coming together of everything that has been building in your life for a very long time into this moment, this season, this chapter that is yours. And the only thing your guides are asking is that you receive it, like, please. When it comes, do not push it away. Do not say it is too good to be true. Do not look for the catch. Do not talk yourself out of it. Do not make yourself smaller so it feels more believable. Just open your hands, open your heart, and receive what has been moving toward you for a very long time. So just to wrap everything up, the message of today's reading is unlike anything I have delivered before. In all the years I have been doing this, I have never seen God move like this. For one person, the star, the wheel of fortune, the sun, three aces, judgment, the world, the 6 of wands, the 10 of pentacles, the 2 of cups, all in one reading for one person. That is not a coincidence. That is not random. That is the divine being unmistakably clear about who is being moved for. You have been through enough. You have carried enough. You have waited long enough. You have prayed long enough. You have grown enough. You have become enough. And now the divine is saying, enough waiting. It is your turn. Everything is moving. Everything is being set up. Everything that was blocked is being unblocked. Everything that was delayed is being released. And the life that is coming for you is going to make everything make sense. You are chosen. You are covered. You are being moved for. And the divine does not make mistakes. I hope this reading reached you the way it was meant to today. I hope something landed, something that you needed to hear, something that gave you permission to hope again, to believe again, to receive again, because you deserve all of it, every single bit of it. And it is coming. It is genuinely coming. Please take good care of yourself. Please keep going. Please do not shrink back. Please receive every good thing that comes your way without guilt, without second guessing, without making yourself earn something you are always worthy of, okay? Just receive it. If this resonated with you, please, please, please give this video a thumbs up. It really does help the channel grow, and it helps these messages reach more people who need them. Leave me a comment and tell me what landed for you today. What made you go, oh, that is for me. I always love reading your stories, and if you are new here, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell, because there is so much more coming, and I would love for you to be here for it. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. It genuinely means everything. Take really, really good care of yourself. Stay in faith, stay open, stay in the receiving position, and please know that you are so much more loved and so much more covered than you realize. And I will see you in the next reading. Bye, loves.